Have you ever looked at a horse and wondered what it was trying to say? Horses don't speak our language, but they communicate constantly through subtle signals. Every flick of the ear, swish of the tail, or shift in posture carries meaning. If you can read these signs, you'll unlock a deeper bond with your horse, improve your training sessions, and most importantly, stay safe around them. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of horse body language. From ears that swivel like radar dishes to tails that whip in annoyance, we'll cover 20 essential signals that every horse owner, rider, or enthusiast needs to know. Whether you're caring for your own horse, working at a stable, or just fascinated by these incredible animals, understanding their body language is the key to truly connecting with them. Some signals are easy to spot, like pinned ears or stomping hooves, but others are more subtle and often overlooked. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize when your horse feels relaxed, anxious, playful, or even a little grumpy. So, let's get started and learn how to speak horse. Ears and eyes. When it comes to horse body language, the ears and eyes are some of the clearest indicators of mood and focus. Let's start with the ears, since they act like little radar dishes on top of the head. If a horse's ears are pointed forward, that usually means curiosity or alertness. They've noticed something ahead and are paying attention. On the other hand, if the ears are pinned flat back, that's a big red flag. Your horse is showing irritation, anger, or even aggression. Somewhere in between, if the ears are flicking back and forth, the horse is carefully listening to its surroundings, maybe picking up sounds you didn't even notice. Now, the eyes. A horse with soft, half-closed eyes is relaxed and comfortable, almost like a person lounging on a couch. But if the eyes are wide open with the rays showing, that signals fear or paranoia. Horses are prey animals, so they rely on their eyes to constantly scan for danger. A hard stare at another horse can mean a challenge or dominance. By watching ears and eyes together, you'll know if your horse feels safe, worried, or ready to react. Mouth and nose. The mouth and nose might not seem as expressive as the ears, but they reveal a lot about how your horse feels. Let's break it down. A tight mouth with pressed lips often means tension or discomfort. Maybe the horse is stressed, anxious, or reacting to something it doesn't like. On the flip side, if you notice your horse chewing or licking its lips when no food is around, that's actually a positive sign. It usually means the horse is thinking, processing, or beginning to relax after a stressful moment. Trainers often look for this during lessons as a signal of learning. Now let's talk about the nose. Flaring nostrils can mean excitement, fear, or physical exertion, like after a gallop. A horse that snorts or blows out through its nose is often releasing tension or signaling alertness. You'll notice this when they see something unusual, like a plastic bag fluttering in the wind. And then there's yawning. Sometimes it's just fatigue, but more often, it's another way horses let go of stress and relax. Put all these together, and you'll see that the mouth and nose are powerful clues to your horse's inner world. Head and neck. A horse's head and neck positions speak volumes about how it's feeling in the moment. Let's start with the head. When a horse carries its head high, neck stiff, and eyes wide, it usually means the horse is nervous, uncertain, or scanning for danger. Think of it like a lookout tower. This posture helps them spot threats in the distance. On the opposite end, a low, relaxed head is a sign of calmness and trust. If your horse drops its head while you're grooming or leading, it's telling you, I feel safe right now. Horses will also lower their heads when they're submissive to a dominant herd member, showing respect. Now, the neck can be equally telling. An arched neck, with the horse tossing its head or showing off, is often linked to dominance or display behavior. You'll see this especially in stallions trying to impress mares or intimidate rivals. Subtle tilts of the head can also indicate curiosity, like when a horse is trying to figure out an unfamiliar sound or object. Together, head and neck signals are all about balance. High means alert, low means calm, and arched often means dominance. Legs and hooves. A horse's legs and hooves don't just move them around. They're also powerful indicators of mood and intent. Let's break down some of the key signals. If a horse starts pawing at the ground, that often means impatience or frustration. You'll see this when a horse is waiting for feed or feels restricted. But it can also be a sign of stress, so context is important. Stomping the front hooves is another clue. Sometimes it's as simple as irritation at pesky flies. But repeated stomping, especially with pinned ears or a swishing tail, could mean annoyance or agitation. Now, striking out with a front leg is a clear warning sign of aggression or defense. Horses use this move when they feel threatened or want to establish dominance, so keep your distance if you see it. On the other end of the spectrum, if a horse is resting one hind leg with the hoof cocked and toe barely touching the ground, that's usually a sign of relaxation. The horse feels comfortable enough to let its guard down. In short, a horse's legs and hooves tell you if it's restless, annoyed, aggressive, or at ease. Tail and body posture. The tail and overall body posture of a horse are like a mood barometer, subtle, but very revealing once you know what to look for. Let's start with the tail. A horse that swishes its tail sharply may be irritated, either by insects, an uncomfortable rider's cue, or even another horse nearby. If the swishing is constant and paired with pinned ears or stomping, it's a definite sign of agitation. On the flip side, a loose, gently moving tail usually signals calmness and relaxation. Body posture is equally important. A tense, rigid body with stiff muscles means the horse is on alert, ready to react. This often happens when something startles them, and it can quickly escalate into a spook or bolt if the horse feels cornered. A relaxed, rounded body posture, however, with weight evenly distributed, shows comfort and trust. You'll also notice herd dynamics through posture. A dominant horse may stand tall and broad, almost claiming space, while submissive horses lower their heads and shift aside. Together, tail movements and body stance give you a clear picture. Is the horse relaxed, annoyed, nervous, or asserting dominance? Learn these, and you'll be able to read the whole herd with ease. And there you have it, 20 of the most important signals in horse body language. From the flick of an ear to the swish of a tail, every movement carries meaning. By watching ears, eyes, mouth, nose, head, neck, legs, hooves, and overall body posture, you can truly understand what your horse is feeling in the moment. Remember, no single signal tells the whole story. It's about reading the combination of signs and considering the context. A horse might flare its nostrils from excitement, not fear, or yawn to release tension, not just because it's tired. The more time you spend observing, the more fluent you'll become in speaking horse. Understanding these signals not only makes you a safer rider or handler, it also deepens the bond you share with these incredible animals. Horses have their own unique way of communicating, and when you learn to listen, you step into their world of trust, respect, and partnership. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share,